A memorable week in motorsports. Coca-Cola 600, lots of emotion on that one. Rain shortened, but a surprise winner, kind of like how we called it. And the closest finish in Indianapolis 500 history. All of that, and we're going to preview from the Music City, Nashville, coming this week on this episode. Everybody to ZB's Horsepower Talk. As always, I'm ZB Zach Brown, and joining with me, as always, is former 410 Sprint Car Crew Chief and Mechanic, my dad, Jeff Brown. Make sure you guys like, follow, and subscribe. YouTube, TikTok, Facebook page, and on Spotify. And this was an interesting weekend in motorsports. We might as well just, like we always do, we'll kick off with the NASCAR races. Rain was a factor. Even Mother Nature was very emotional about Kyle Busch's passing. It hasn't rained here in damn like 2 months, and it just downpoured. It set the truck race so far back. It went from a Friday night race, to a
Sunday morning.
Sunday morning race, and then the O'Reilly race was postponed, and they got that in at least over halfway in on Saturday, and that's when the torrential downpour happens. These were really good races. I did actually enjoy even the Coke 600. There was good action throughout the field the entire day. The O'Reilly race, the truck race were all really good. The truck race was better. It went to a timed end, but that went closest to its finish. Coke 600 is 30 laps away, so I mean that's not that big of a deal. And there's some people arguing, and we'll get about that too, because people just want to bitch and moan about things all the time. And the O'Reilly race, there was questionable stuff because they went caution until it got to halfway. But I mean, what are you going to do? They were pressing for everything. That's the best they could really come up with. Chastain gets the first win of the weekend, and big emotion for him. And everybody gave a nice bow to give tribute to Kyle Busch, and Lane Riggs did the same for the truck race. It was weird having truck race when you had breakfast. That was a little strange, but and the Coke 600, the pre-race festivities were amazing. The way they were able to honor Kyle Busch, Samantha, Brexton, and Lennox that were there, that was really, really emotional to see. I really want to give a big shout out to Owen Larson and obviously the Larson family, but he's definitely raised right. He went up to his buddy Brexton, gave him a big hug, consoled him. So you just know these kids are 10 and 11 years old, and they already know what the right thing is to do. So that's really cool. I'm hoping they get to continue growing up together, racing together, and be good friends on and off the track going up. So, and everybody already wants to push Brexton. Leave the kid alone. Let them be in peace. Whatever happens. But the motorsports community is always going to be there for the family. We know how that is in any type of motorsports, whether it's down in dirt racing all the way up through NASCAR. People come together because at the end of the day, you see each other more than you see your family a lot of times. I mean, that's kind of how in my profession is too. You see your coworkers and everybody that's more than you actually are at home. So the family the whole entire community came together as a family. Great, the great way they honored Kyle Busch. I don't think they could have done it any better. Was a surprise to see Samantha there, yes, but I also told you, I'm like, sometimes the best medicine is to be around your family, and that is their family.
Yeah, you see a lot of things like, oh, they shouldn't have been there, they shouldn't have been racing. Well, you don't understand. Racing it's not a sport. I mean, it's your life, and it's unfortunately things happen, and the best thing you can do is just keep racing. I mean, we know that firsthand. So yeah, I mean that's your family. That's where they would that's where they want you to be. Yeah, a little surprising that they were there. At least, I mean, I'm not surprised they were there, but maybe being up front so much. But uh, good to see. I mean, if you think about it, considered kind of like a funeral or a wake for Kyle. So that's where it would be.
Yeah, and obviously the funeral and stuff will be this week. I'm sure. I'm hoping they're not going to because it's a public figure, but I'm hoping they kind of just leave everybody alone, let them have their own private gathering.
Yeah.
Um, uh, there are more details that were released about his death. Everybody can read up on that, but it's kind of what we were thinking. It sounds more of a severe pneumonia that just ended up getting worse. And if everyone wants to read up on that, I'm not a doctor. I can't tell you on all that stuff, but it was, something no one ever would expect. Expected somebody that's not old at all. He was 41, so just a little weird. From my point of view, I could also see it. He might not have been feeling great, but if anybody kind of knows who Kyle Busch is, he's a little bit stubborn. So, and he's a racer. So, racers
And he's a
are
guy, so
yeah,
you're
yeah,
like, I don't feel good. I mean, I'm fine. I got to.
yeah. I mean, racers are all stubborn at heart. That's how they always are. But, the final race of the week in the Coke 600s, I told you, and I told everybody, they're expect someone that you don't expect to really win.
Yeah.
It happens so often in the Coke 600, and whether it comes down, it's come down to quite literally whether what I was saying, the strategy to try to beat the rain. Do you want to take two or four tires at the last pit stop? Fuel mileage races have always played a factor because you've seen Austin Dillon win this in the past. You've seen all sorts of drivers you never really hear win these crown jewels. And it's all these crown jewels. You see random drivers win these things. The Toyotas were the fastest by far the whole night. But the strategy, the way it played out at the end, Daniel Suarez's team took a swing and to get two tires. And you got to hand it to him. He held off those Toyotas the last couple of restarts when they had lightning. Then they paused and went back to racing, and then it rained again. Those restarts, though, that he had, he was flawless. He did what he needed to.
He ran the hell out of that thing.
Yeah. And
sure.
And there's always going to be conspiracy. Here's a news shock. Kyle Busch has an impact on every single driver in that field, so you could always spin a conspiracy in any type of way you would want to. But at the end of the day, Spire's been great this year. They've really improved. I mean, Hocevar got their first Cup win of the year. And now Suarez got it. I was hearing Letard say they could have never even imagined having one but two wins in a whole season.
And I don't think they're done winning this year.
No, shoot. There's more super speedways. You can't count Michael McDowell out on anything.
No.
Or even road courses. He's amazing on road courses too. Hocevar, I've been saying I think Hocevar's going to get another win or two this year. They kind of got things going. They're right place, right time. The fastest Chevy, I mean, I know Suarez won, but the fastest Chevy throughout the day, though, was Larson.
Yeah.
Not even couldn't even touch the Toyotas.
He had to run that thing on the ragged edge just to remotely keep up. Now, later in the night, they were a little closer to the Toyotas.
The thing that set the Toyotas apart from all the rest of the field, really, was that they took off. When they had control of the restarts, they took off so much better than all these other cars. It took Larson a couple laps to get up to speed, up to where he was getting a groove, getting the tire pressures up where it started finally going. I don't know. I mean, I don't really know what the difference was. Obviously, Toyotas have a leg up on everybody this year, but it's nice to kind of refreshing to see someone new win, though. It was cool to see Suarez win. I mean, am I a Suarez fan? No, but it was cool. I think, honestly, really anybody winning that one, it was just good to see them back to racing and them honoring Kyle. So that was cool, though. Suarez is a good guy. He was very, very emotional. Kyle Busch has had a huge impact on him. He's even said that. So, and then he got real excited and didn't understand anything else he said. But, it happens. But
the racing was pretty good. Now, one thing, and NASCAR needs to keep doing this. So they put the PJ1 or the resin or whatever they want to call it now
around the middle-ish groove.
Right. So I mean, it kind of makes the racing groove change, and that's going to change throughout the night as that wears off. And
so that starts off. You start off the night and that's where drivers are trying to find different lines, maybe lay rubber down on the high
Yeah,
lines.
it made it much more interesting, I
Well,
think.
they
'Cause
needed to do that. The track was so green the entire weekend. It was great that they made that decision to do that. The rain definitely played a factor, and I knew that it was going to be a cooler track. The grip was way up. There were still enough cautions, enough people crashed, and do I want people to crash? No, but it at least shows that there's handling issues and there's at
yeah.
least some actual battles going on. Charlotte's put on great races, and I'm glad they're going back to the oval in the fall. And this car continues to show that it's a great mile and a half race car. And if they got rid of the horsepower limit on that, I think it would even be better racing.
Yeah, I agree.
Now going from that to we're gonna do all our whole NASCAR like we always do. Then we'll talk and preview and recap the Indy 500. All
I see
right,
that
getting away
people.
from the crown jewel race, going into the Nashville Super Speedway. This a track came back a few years ago. They raced the Cup Series came here. After the Truck Series had some good success, they went away from a few years, and now they're coming back. They've come back for the last few years. It's been pretty good racing. It's a concrete track, the biggest concrete track that there is, a mile and a third, give or take.
Yeah.
It's been putting on good races. Traditionally, Chevy and Ford have been really solid here. Not to say that Toyota's not going to be good here because they've been good at every track, but it's still a Chevy. It is weird. It is a Sunday night race at 7 o'clock.
Yeah.
So it's a little. I mean, I like it being a night race, but why are we not doing this on Saturday night? I mean,
Yeah, I don't know. I
but
agree.
I mean, I'll be up because I mean I'm night shift as it is. So I'll be. You can have the race at 2 in the morning. Damn, I'll be up. But it's still a good track. It's a triple header this weekend. I'm sure you'll see some drivers, maybe possibly Hocevar, try the triple. And I don't know who else is racing this week. I haven't seen the entry list. They don't even have the NASCAR Fantasy, which will just give random drivers. They don't even have matchups and stuff set yet. So it's kind of weird. I don't know.
Chastain's another one that could possibly do it.
He's won it. He's won it before. He let me down last week, so he's not in my lineup this week. A couple people crashed for me, but last week I picked every single damn matchup correct.
I had one wrong. I had Bubba Wallace.
That was my
beat
saving grace to even have it close, because that's when I'm like, oh, okay, yeah, definitely should have put money on the matchups then, because that was, I mean, I have never been spot on like that. I was, yeah, that's right. Know what I'm talking about. Anything you want to add on about Nashville? It's kind of humid temperatures down in the south, so I expect that to be a little bit of a factor. It's been humid all week. It's been finally getting rain pretty much everywhere in the country, but specifically in the south.
Well, I think we're going to see cars that were probably good at Dover, probably going to be real good at Nashville. Both concrete tracks. Cat in the background is ready to take a nap. But I look for Corey Day in the O'Reilly series to have a good night. Yeah, he was. These are kind of his tracks where you just got to kind of balls it around there and have it a little bit loose, and it's going to be fast. So I like Nashville. I wish it wasn't Sunday night. Yeah, it wouldn't be bad if it started at 7, but it
But
comes on
it'll really
7.
start at 7:30.
Started, yeah, 7:30, 8 o'clock.
Well, before we give our fantasy, let me just say that I don't care how many people want to bitch and moan. Suck it up, people, because the Prime broadcast is the absolute best broadcast.
Oh, it's way better.
By far out of any other. Now, it's going to be the same people, give or more or less, for the TNT that they go to.
Yeah.
But by far, the best broadcast. The pre-race, the post-race, it's all better. I would say the camera shots are better. They just do a better job because it seems they put in forth the effort. They actually get opinions from former drivers, Junior has a big part of it, just letting you know in case anybody was curious about that. That was a part of his contract to have some creative consulting on this. So, yeah, he plays a part in that. And it shows that they've done a good job. It sucks it's only a couple races.
That may
Mainly because
change.
people don't, they just don't understand that streaming's the future.
Well, people are like, oh, well, people can't watch it. Well, most of the Cup races are on Fox
Let,
Sports One
let,
anyway,
let me
so
just say this:
probably more
Fox
people have Prime than they
Fox
pay
Sports
for
One and
cable.
local television to get around 100 million people to reach. Amazon Prime has about 215 million people that it reaches to. So, what's more significant here? You have a better chance of people going like, "Oh, let me click on see what's going on here,"
Well, it's
and
nice. I mean, you can easily watch it on your phone, your
I
tablet, your
did.
laptop. I know. I mean, your TV makes it like who don't have Prime? I mean, seriously.
And if you're bitching and moaning about it, get the free trial. Then you'll get all the races, and then
Yeah,
cancel it.
yeah. You get it for 30 days. Get a
If
free
you
trial.
get
Just
it,
keep
you
using
also
different
have the
emails if you have
if
to.
you get Prime Video, or if you have Prime shipping or whatever, you get Prime Video, vice versa. So I mean,
Yeah.
just like, come on now. I mean, I don't have Prime, but Haley does, and you guys do. So some reason I have yours on my phone, and on the TV down there is ours. So I don't know, but I'm able to get it. So uh, I I would say that the streaming is the future on everything. Um, I mean, I think they'll eventually. I think they're going to NBC and Peacock too, and I'd like it on there as well. I mean, I've even watched the basketball broadcasts on there, and they've been significantly better than normal broadcasts. So they're putting forth the money. They're putting the money into all of this stuff, and it really shows, and it's really paying off. And I'm sorry, streaming's gonna be the future, guys. It is what it is.
Yep.
Um,
Well, and and just getting a little ahead though, but the Indy 500 on Fox racing broadcast just kind of sucks.
I would say the final couple laps, though, they did a pretty
Yeah, I
decent.
mean, but just all in all, it's just too many
But
commercials.
there's also certain rules that the what is it, the whatever the regulators of cable television or whatever, I can't think of the name of it. But there's certain rules that they have to abide by on those things. They don't have to do that for streaming services because it's not a local television, so it's a
Right.
little bit different stuff. And it has to do with commercials and all
Basically
that.
pay per view.
Yeah, just a cheaper version of pay per view.
Yeah.
All right. Well, enough ranting about Prime Video and people complaining. Let's give our lineups. We'll have it on here right now as we're recording this. There's no matchups, but we'll actually once the matchups finally come out, they'll be posted on here. I still believe you were leading in fantasy, if I'm not mistaken. Correct?
Yeah. Mom won last week by 1 point.
Yeah,
So I
and
only
we
lost
were
one.
all fairly close. If Chastain didn't crash, I probably would have won based on me getting every single matchup right. Uh,
Well, if Chase Briscoe wouldn't have crashed, I would have really destroyed you.
Or if Chase Elliott didn't crash because I didn't have anybody to
Yeah.
rely on after the first stage.
If my aunt had balls, she'd be my uncle. So
Oh well, there we go. Speaking of balls, I'm chewing on some right now. Really, they're boba balls. All right, NASCAR fantasy lineup heading into Nashville. I'm gonna go first because I suck. Um, so I mentioned before, it's been traditionally Ford and Chevy really good here. I mean, you're fine to put Toyotas in, but I had to kind of put a pause on some of the Toyota drivers because I've been abusing the hell out of them. I'd like to have them towards the end of the summer, right before we get into the chase. So for this week, I have Kyle Larson, Alex Bowman, William Byron, Carson Hocevar, Ryan Blaney, and in my garage, I have Chris Buescher.
okay. So on mine, we're pretty close. I have Ryan Blaney, Chris Buescher, Ross Chastain, Carson Hocevar, Ty Gibbs, and in my garage I have Kyle Larson.
Now, to win this race, uh, like I said, you can go low hanging fruit if you want to. People watching, be safe, pick Denny, pick Reddick. Denny is probably the one that has the edge over any other Toyota, based on he is so good on concrete tracks. So I would give that to him. If you want to look at the Dover race, how everything was, but there were certain people that crashed at Dover, didn't really get a chance and an opportunity, so we didn't really see them.
Yeah, that
But
All-Star race isn't a real good measuring stick either.
But the
It's
Coke 600, this guy bounced back with a top five, a much needed top five. And going into Nashville, it's a good track for him. He hasn't got a win in over a year. I like to see him get his mojo back here. Kyle Larson to win at Nashville,
okay. Sorry, Kyle, you just got jinxed.
unless you get him. If it's just one person, then
So I'm going to go with did he win it last year? We're going to go with the Watermelon Man.
he won it 2 years
win
ago.
2 years ago. Yeah, I knew. So he picked up his win in juniors number 9. I think that's a lot of momentum for him.
3 years ago, 2023.
Was it really that long? Man,
Yeah.
time flies.
Larson won in 21. That was in the other generation car.
Okay.
I also
Yeah,
put a
go
pause.
with Ross Chastain.
I was gonna have Chase Elliott in there too, but I've actually used him quite often. So
Yeah,
I'm
me
like,
too.
let me not. I mean, I've used Larson quite a bit, but I don't know. It's just something about this track. I think he will do good. It's a transitioning race too, from evening to complete dark. So they did pretty good job adjusting the car in the 600. That's why I like that. Did Mom give a pick? I know she went out early.
No, I don't think she did.
Yeah, well, whoever she picks probably gonna win.
Yeah.
I wasn't too far off of picking Ty Gibbs last week, though.
No.
Had a solid run. I don't look
Yeah.
too much like an idiot. All right, let's talk about the greatest spectacle in motorsports, the Indianapolis 500. It was a good race. It really was.
It was a real good race.
It was a really, really good race, and I expected that cloud coverage throughout the day. It's been cool throughout the week. That always bodes well to have good racing, and the racing was hard. It was hard.
They
For the
were
most
racing
part,
hard
clean
almost
racing.
the whole entire time.
And for the most part, it was clean racing, and the strategies were really good. It was a good, entertaining race because it flew by, and
yeah, they go so fast. It just all of a sudden you look up, 50 laps is gone already. It's
well, it was the closest finish in any 500 history, and I believe it was like 21,000th of a second, or
about a quarter of a second.
yeah, and it's actually kind of surprising. I thought there were actually closer ones than that, but that's what
Now
they
the
said.
next, if you see it, the next one was almost a car length, and this was about a half a car
Yeah.
length.
I texted you going into that final restart. I was like, I don't know, Malukas is fast. That thing is really fast, and he took the lead. And I'm like, it's it. And he had that, and the cars behind him were side by side. Armstrong and Rosenquist. I said, there's no chance that they.
Yep.
And Rosenquist ran the piss out of it on turn 4, and he angled it perfectly. Had a huge run off of 4. Malukas really couldn't do anything. There's nothing you could really do. If you try to block, you're going to crash both of you.
Well,
Yeah. And it was just a drag race.
It
to the
seemed
finish.
to be the leader was at a slight disadvantage on this race this year.
Well,
And I don't know how they got that whole hybrid thing. Did Malukas use his hybrid all up? Had nothing left for the did Rosenquist save some and get it going down the straight? They didn't really explain that or anything.
no, I didn't see.
No, it was I thought he went into 3 and had a decent lead. I'm like, I don't think they're going to catch him.
No, and
Yeah, that's you never know.
yeah, that was an amazing race, and I mean that was. And I thought we were treated to a really amazing race a couple years ago when
Newgarden
thank
beat
you.
Pato.
Yeah, when he passed on the last lap too,
Yeah.
or last 2 laps, and the way he did that, and that was an amazing race. But that was incredible. Congrats to Felix Rosenquist. He's only the 3rd Swedish-born racer to win the Indy 500. I can't remember the last 2. One was in '99, and one was fairly recent.
But if you're a race fan of any type of motorsports, if you have the chance to go to Indy, do it. It's unreal.
Did you see the pace lap before before the race with the Blackhawks going right?
Oh
over?
yeah, I remember that when we were there, and they're
that's
low
bad.
enough. I mean, you were feeling prop wash and the whole deal.
That was badass. It is so freaking cool. It is a spectacle. It really is.
Yeah,
And
I mean
It was a fantastic race. The fans were treated to a great race. Yeah, the one thing, Catherine Legg actually finished more miles than Larson did in the doubleheader. Just FYI.
Very possible.
No, she did.
Okay.
Well, because Larson I think Larson crashed out on both of them, and it was just not a good year last year. Even Larson was like, it's kind of a relief not having to worry about both of them.
Yeah.
So, the Bob Weichert canceled the entire weekend, so that was kind of a bummer for dirt racing. But they raced at
Yeah, I didn't see anything about a rescheduling on that one, so I'm sure it's probably going to be.
Yeah, it's too big of a race to not do one. They got the kind of like a practice run in for Husitz to get it for the Husitz High Banks later.
That is a neat little track.
The Knoxville got another race in and I'm telling you, the hottest driver right now, Aaron Reitzel.
Yeah.
He might be a favorite for the Knoxville Nationals. He's
he's got to be in the conversation, that's for sure.
But again, we also got to think, Knoxville Nationals, you can't ever really pick the favorites because you never know. Who thought Ryan Timms would have won last year?
But you know what? It was good to see Donnie Schatz have a good second place run. I mean,
there's one that you might want to keep your eye on for the Knoxville Nationals.
Yeah,
if there's
he's kind of good around there.
He's very good at it. I think it really does it for this week, and we'll talk about Nashville again next week, and some more sprint car racing. Of course, we'll recap all of that. World of Outlaws still continues to put on hell of shows. It's all the sprint car racing has been. Shoot, even some late model racing's been good. Did you see Christopher Bell raced a super dirt car like last week?
No, I didn't. I didn't see him run it. They said it was the first time he ever drove a big block. So
and he got like 6th or something.
Yeah, well, he's a good racer.
Yeah. It's probably got the most talent by far out of anybody racing that field. But I think I saw Steve Post put something about that, so that's pretty cool. All right, well, make sure you guys keep giving us a follow. Short versions will be on TikTok. That seems to be doing really well. And we'll see everybody next week. Every Friday we'll release these, and there'll be shorts throughout the week, of course. So make sure you give that a follow. See you guys then.
All right, bye, everybody.